I mean, thank you. I was going to say, is there a more iconic duo besides us, obviously, than Ghost Aydan and Nick?
And, you know, make some adjustments. So I'm actually curious to see if the team that originally landed here, they are back. So they are back in the main Tilted Towers building. So it looks like, you know, nicely done there. And back to NICKMERCS and Aydan here. Trap
Tilted
goes down.
Towers. It's seeing some action. Here's the thing, man. You see Aydan, he gets clipped, it's okay, without skipping a beat. Ready to spot out these traps. So we kind of touched on it a little bit, and I want to retouch on that subject. Why do controller players love Tilted? Tell me about it.
That close quarter engagement, being able to just kind of, you know, barrel stuff players makes it a lot easier. And Aydan actually gets traded out this time around. He's going to escape right through the window. Doesn't quite get thirsted, but pressure's on now for NICKMERCS to really make it happen. Notice he's going to rotate.
He's got no builds.
Is he going to go save his team? Oh, no.
You can see off and over. So Aydan's good to go. NICKMERCS got a little bit chipped there. He's good. He's fine. You see he's got 2 shells
working
left.
Together. They got the pinch here. Nicely done. This time around, it's their towers.
They'd like to start off pretty big here. They're like, sorry guys, we were just getting warmed up. We are back. Let's left in the line. We'll take a look. And this is a replay coming in from Aydan and NICKMERCS. It was Funk Bomb.
What a pickup. Talk about a couple delivery loot drops here. They're sitting pretty. I know both their inventories are really good. Look at his mats.
He's got a quad launcher.
Quad launcher with no ammunition there, but his mediums and lights are so good.
And now we get the new safe circle. Check it out, Monster. It's far. They're gonna have to leave Tilted like a little bit.
Aydan's making the call, go for the natural, you know, rotation to the straight up this tower. They don't have to build anything. They can just go straight up here.
Oh,
good
they're
play
bringing
there.
it down together.
It's gonna go all the way. This is a commitment.
I actually love they did that because that player's safe, you know, with their glider redeploy, but it forces that player to move.
Bailed down so early. Aydan's going for a completely different spot here. Yeah, decides to kind of jump straight down now, trying to meet up with his teammate. He's quite far though. So many players coming in. And this is just, he's deciding who and when he wants to battle, right? He doesn't fire here. He's letting NICKMERCS do all the firing because he has to suppress the AR. He's coming in with that surprise factor from the backside.
That's a trap.
Reposition himself so nice there, NICKMERCS.
Wow.
Nicely done. And then Aydan comes in and cleans it right up. What a dynamic duo.
And you saw them, they got him with the pincer attack. That's an EU thing. They do that all the time. You come in from 2 different directions. You can't build walls that quickly. It's just not going to happen. And NICKMERCS was with a sick sidestep there. We're going to take a look at that. So look at that. So NICKMERCS is like, oh, in the corner.
Aydan's like, no, I ain't going in there, dude.
It's like, no, Nick, you're good. I got you. Tilted Towers, where Ghost, Aydan, and NICKMERCS are holding it down. We, like you talked about, we know there's another duo here as well.
Yeah, they came straight over top using that, you know, probably a glider to get right on the balcony. And there it is. Whoa, Ryan gets completely caught off guard. Wow, what just happened right there? Erased.
He tried to go for the floor play to keep his teammates safe, but NICKMERCS and Aydan, they just react faster.
Yeah, trying to be sneak.
I guess he must have. Take a look over here, though. NICKMERCS, Ghost Aydan still alive near tomato temp. Whoa!
Dang! Talk about running headshot, erases him. Aydan sees this opportunity. They're going to siege it now. They're coming in.
Look at him. They're just going full send. He's trying to
secure this placement. Now he's in the box with him.
Look at him. They do the pincher again.
It is over.
Look at that. That's what you like to see. I can't wait to get that as a replay. I mean, Nick just tracked that player and in an instant takes the shot, knocks the player, and they're just like, hey, it's go time.
NICKMERCS and Aydan have actually already just picked up their 8th elimination. So it is going down. They are showing their way through this competition right now.
And they're on it. You can tell how focused in. They're only very minimal words.
They are
very fast
it.
info. I mean, look at how many players are around them. But they're doing. If they knew Murda was one space away all by himself, that's an Elim sitting on the table.
That was one of the gutsiest pushes because they did that in between all of these players. No other player took the time to try and capitalize. They dived in so fast and wrapped it up exactly how you want it to be.
I mean, look, man, they've already got the big bonus.
They're going for this right here. Aydan's got another player in his sights. NICKMERCS approaching with pressure from below.
And look, he's even just shooting blindly.
He's trying to
distract.
There it is. Aydan's got him cornered. They come right around. Oh my gosh, this teamwork is crazy. D-Murder goes down. That's another point straight to the leaderboards.
That is big bonus, by the way. These are all big bonus points.
And it's on big bonus. That's right.
Jetpacks and Fixer up top. They haven't even moved. They're like, dude, it's Mercs and Aydan. They're below us. What do we do?
Aydan going straight for it, taking that high ground right here. He's going all the way up to the top.
Oh, he's got to be careful, though.
He's going scary pushes. He is not playing games right now. In it with them. That's another one.
How are they doing this?
They're pushing all these players back right now.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, Jetpacks goes down. We're talking 11.
How are they doing this, monster?
They are on the fast track to #1 right now.
Is that 11 eliminations? That's the highest we've seen so far. Look at all the players left. 36 left in this lobby.
Players are on the
who's
mad
still
dash.
alive. Monster, Ghost, Aydan, and NICKMERCS still alive, still racking up elims.
And they're going for another one here. It's another, just pushing their way through builds. This is like, it actually forces player to use up all their materials. They chip you down.
But I mean, he doesn't even care. Yeah. Look at the ammo count.
He hasn't even pulled out the grenade launch yet.
Look at these guys, man.
And they're not doing the typical Snake here. He's got sidewalls open and all that. They're waiting for someone to just try and make that move on them. We talk about how good they are in close quarter. Really is showcasing that tonight.
And you see them. You saw that Ghost Aydan was trying to blow that wall out, and Mercs was already prepared with the blueprints out. He's ready to replace as soon as you see the walls go down. Nate Hill and Funk Bomb trying to make a rotation, but look at the top. Ghost Aydan, NICKMERCS with 11 eliminations.
Shots just kind of start letting these pop in and catch players trying to rotate on the ground level.
Just bank it off the metal structure. Bank grenades off that metal structure, and you're going to take down everything.
He pulls it out. He took a couple shots. He's actually made a beam from the bottom.
Unbelievable. They immediately laser him. And then NICKMERCS and Aydan are there at you, so
they don't normally land here. It means that they didn't probably have the best drop, and they got beat to it for some of the better buildings as far as options go. So
that's how rough the loot is looking. He had to pass him an AR. Oh,
very
and look,
interesting choice here.
He passes it right. Okay,
so 1 for 1. I like how they split there. 50 for me, 50 for you. Now they can both play hyper aggro with no problem to bully through players. And it looks like we already have our first little bit of push and pull going on here. Aydan going straight across. He knows his player's by himself in here. Gonna dive in, catch him way off guard.
Just quickly hops around, spins around.
Quick work of that is clap.
The clap! The disrespect, Aydan. Look at this work. He said I clapped.
He heard it.
Unbelievable. Clapping players at Tilted Towers.
Exactly what he's doing here.
So the question mark, NICKMERCS and Aydan towers, it's just a period now. It's just, this is now our towers. This place belongs to us.
And I mean, after that last game, they're really feeling it, and confidence is such an important thing in this game. So they have all confidence that they need. Aydan's going to hear a player in here, calls out to NICKMERCS with a double barrel. And here comes the push. You just shot, you gave it your spot. Ziff can take a shot, and Aydan trades.
Kit.
Nicely done. Perfect. Well, he's smiling.
I mean,
there you go.
Look how quickly they're able to adapt and think on the fly and just shift their play to what's happening. Nick's like, oh, you called it out. Look, Nick, I'm low. Aydan, don't worry. I'm leading the charge. I've got shield. I've got plenty of health. Let's do this. They find a medkit off the bat.
Exactly what they do. Aydan and NICKMERCS already have a down player here. Again, we're talking about those bully pushes. Trap play comes down. Not sure whose trap it was. He's NICKMERCS right overhead though. That's another trap there. Zastra tries to make it happen. It's not fast enough.
You can literally you can see him going trap, 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 trap. He's just trying to make sure Aydan knows.
Yes, that was Aydan's first trap. Gave away the play there. He had to get on and out of there. Straight into NICKMERCS.
Can you imagine? They've got to go full send. They've got 4 minutes left on the Make It Rain.
So many players.
If they racked up both, that would be 30K.
And they already have 7 elims. Everything after this is a point.
Oh, they've already activated Big Bonus.
Yeah, Big Bonus is on for them right now.
I think that's just about, that's 3 games in a row they've actually activated Big Bonus.
Yeah, this is why you don't come to Tilted Towers. You got these 2 guys up in here shutting everyone down and then pushing everyone out. So here we go. They have another player here. NICKMERCS makes a call out. Aydan knows exactly what floor they're on now. Heavy barrel, and then straight to the swap mids, which NICKMERCS is there waiting for everything to open up, and he's going to dive in there. So now NICKMERCS is putting the pressure from the opposite side. He's backed him down. Aydan's going to be coming overhead. He's got a double barrel and a P90 fully loaded here. More pressure. The pinpoint comes down, switches angles here. It's how they've been doing it the whole time.
Aydan's down.
Aydan gets traded out here. NICKMERCS is not having it. It's going for his teammate. That's one. The shots are coming in. He's trying to get the second. He's just got to get the shot. So close.
So close. Now here's the thing.
Just trying to stay alive for now. It looks like they're going to go for it. Aydan hopping right on down. Stinks come in. There's the knock. You challenge them and tilted, and you might play with fire as they look to push down on the final one. Will they strike first? They've got him weak. Nick still chasing shot from Aydan. They've got him pinned in the stairs. This could be it for Godnik and Super Evan. Aydan.
There it is. Aydan and NICKMERCS saying this is my tilted towers.
As you different feel.
There's a fight literally already happening in. Now Nick, the shots here. Excellent on Zexro, but gets caught off guard by his teammate Vinny. Aydan trying to rotate in, do anything that he can to help Nick in the middle of this fight. You see him dropping in there as Vinny and Zex. Vinny literally 1 HP at that moment, but Nick didn't realize that both.
With this incredible player right here, he clutches. Nick with no healing left, no shields he can pop. Aydan very low as well. Sees one just below, but can't get a tag again with the assault rifle.
That's second mini. Anything to build up as much of a buffer in terms of taking damage as they can. They didn't know have a top down on his opponent. Uses the stink, kind of damages himself a little bit. But look for the shotgun shot, gets the knock on Zex with that stink grenade.
Beautifully placed grenades
underneath there.
Does one tag, and it doesn't appear so. He's got Aydan firing down as well. They need this final limb. I believe if they get this, it'll put them at 4. So they've already got another point in this one. Aydan traveling on in, looking to give Nick the help he needs. Can't connect again with a shot. Nick goes down. Will Aydan hit the shot? He's whipped a few times now. And he's got no builds. No, Vinny! Rips him in 2. It will be 1 point earned there as well. Super Evan and Godnik fighting Aydan and NICKMERCS again for the 4th straight game now, I think.
Aydan's got the knock this time, which means a 2v1 situation as Aydan's healing, but NICKMERCS has a top-down view on these two, and he could go for the elim there. SMG securing that first elimination for this duo in Tilted.
Super Evan
all the way down to the bottom, getting the med kit. A full use there, which means 100 HP, and for a player like Super Evan, these competitive players, 100 HP might be all that he needs. See his opponent rotating around. The angle here might be good enough. He's going to go for the stink and gets himself instead. He's going to have to rotate back away from that. Nick is still able to move through it, but that's damage ticks on Aydan if he moves down. He's not going to. He's going to try and skirt it around the edge.
And there in the elimination feed, you actually elevate your shotgun, Horrify and Vanitai, so they get in that scrappy fight. It takes them just so long to get that other elimination that they draw all his attention. That gets elevate time to push on in before they can heal. And just like that, they're dropped. Oh, Aydan just got chunked.
Shotgun there. Nick's going to try and smack out the roof above. A pinch here, kind of a sandwich. Looks like a third team. Vinny and Zexro, we've seen very aggressive in the past. I saw a legendary heavy shotgun in the inventory, I believe, of Vinny, as Nick and Aydan are trying to build inside this building. I'm thinking at this point, Aydan probably has no healing. The trap maybe preventing a push. Nick might go for a drop down, and he goes for it and gets Super Evan on. Oh my gosh, Jack.
The game sense. The game sense to know to do just that.
That's why Tilted belongs to Nick and Aydan, my friend.
But now look at what Zexro and Vinny are doing. They're max shields. They are in such a brilliant position to do some damage. I think Nick and crew, they're going to try to disengage for the moment. They don't want this fight. And this has been the same sequence of fights that they've had each game so far. They fight Super Evan and crew. Then it's immediately Zexro and Vinny who wind up pushing to fight them. I would almost be certain that NICKMERCS and Aydan know it's these two.
Just right floating up top. NICKMERCS and Aydan still in Tilted, a 2v2, and both of them with quite a bit of shield and HP. 100, 100, 195. So the trap, a tap from above, a team maybe not realizing that they're up there. Built himself into a little bit of a box. He's going to edit his way down, trying to escape this This point, probably looking for Aydan for a little backup, and there it is. Aydan taking shots as that other team starts to float down, but somebody lands up top of this red brick building and able to deal 30 damage to Aydan. Looks like another team coming from the basketball court, the northwest corner of Tilted. Nick, bottom floor here, and look, you got a couple teams coming in here, Jack. Pate, Demento, Sexro, and Vinny up top. Diggy in perfect tilt over just past L's. The most eliminations for any player in this game right now, still only. If you're not watching, if you don't have friends watching, tell them to watch. Get in here. NICKMERCS and Aydan is knocked with almost no HP. The save might be impossible. Nick's going to try and defend against this. His own trap above him boxes himself in. He's going to go for this med kit. Even he's only got 39. At this point, if he feels outclassed, he needs to pop that rip to go, and he's going to do so, taking both opponents with him. A full reset, and there is a team up top. Vinny and Zexro have that top down still, and everybody's going to wall himself off, both a wall and a ramp to try and save it. He's going to go for that med kit usage. 39 HP could mean the difference between surviving this and being eliminated, but you.
And Aydan's just going to reset with this launch pad for the moment.
The majority of this building he's on top of right now, the outside surfaces look like they've been replaced already, and Aydan and Nick might actually own it. We'll have to see as they move into here. Nick's looking. You know, stink grenades. He gets a tag. You could hear the audio cue there, which means he knows there's somebody in the bottom of this. He's going to try and go inside. He doesn't own the surfaces. He had to knock him out. There's that. Oh my gosh! A laser from the side as the sandwich happens. You got to watch out. Just potentially if there's a trap in there. Got to be careful. But Nick pushing inside. Maybe misses. He doesn't realize that his AR isn't reloaded. He has the double barrel, gets the knock on perfect tilt. The trap though, he's got to be very careful. He's going to hug that corner so it doesn't go off. Gets that elim. Diggy is still alive somewhere in here.
That's got him. That's at least 3 limbs now for NICKMERCS and Aydan. That's another point for this duo.
The crowd behind us cheering for this duo. They're making sure they hold on to this. Nick has his eyes on Diggy. He's going to try and push up. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't maybe some drop down from underneath. Oh, surface replace. He's got to hear him.
There's one thing you know about
there
playing
it
with
is,
NICKMERCS.
the shot on Diggy, and he gets another elim.
There's one thing you know about playing with NICKMERCS. It's this man gets the double barrel, and now on the right side of your screen, look at the Make It Rain bonus. They've got the lead right now as time's ticking down. Here's some earlier on. Lands right on one. This Villix didn't even react.
Basically makes Villix eat that double barrel. Meanwhile, Aydan, this is still earlier, sneaks inside the box and gets Giganza, catches him off guard on the inside. That's 4 elims total this game, all 4 of them in the Make It Rain bonus. And inside this box, NICKMERCS, the number of traps, gets a knock on Cease. This could be number 5 and gets it. Elevate goes down to the trap as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're coming to life.
Absolutely dominating this game. 58 players left. 6 elims. They're 1 away from 3 points based on elims away. And I got to say, Jack, I think this Make It Rain bonus is in the bag for them. 24 seconds left.
These 2 boys are about
They're
to be...
not done yet. They're pushing up top. Aydan's got more players above him. The comms between these two we were watching earlier, you can see
Nick
Nick
huge build battle right now. It's Morgossi and Saint versus NICKMERCS and Aydan. Nick and Aydan trailing, getting some damage done. If they get these 2, they're in big bonus territory. Aydan matching this. Look at what he's doing right. Absolutely stunning. He's got the high ground for the moment. The shot comes in.
Are you kidding me?
By Saint.
Nick fighting it out.
There's the other, and Nick's on his feet, folks. It's big bonus as the duo has made this arena erupt.
Look at NICKMERCS materials at this point as well. He's sitting on over 2,500. The share with Aydan's got to be coming up here in a second. They take a moment to recoup from this. And Jack, these boys just showed up big.
And they are not done yet. Tilted Towers, it's theirs. Build battles, it's theirs. And they are hungry for more. Already a 4-point game for NICKMERCS and Aydan. And they've got the high ground, they've got the health and mats to do it. This could be how they rise back up the ranks. We mentioned how they needed to come back, and there it is. I mean, they've got double the amount of limbs a second. Nick is just firing on down. Every other elim they get from here is big bonus. Every elim is another point. They know this. They know how key this is right now.
Jack, 50 players left at this point is a little bit of a heart attack there, I think, for everybody. As Nick drops down just a little bit.
This man doesn't stop. They're not even together anymore.
Aggressive push. He doesn't even care. Aydan see what they've been doing this entire time, but it might cost him.
We've seen this before, though.
Happened in the previous match. A little bit too aggressive.
Yes.
Aydan's gonna, at this point, most likely slow down just a second, catch his breath. You have to realize he's got to push when his teammate is available. Now's the time to take advantage of this.
Nick,
they both know that.
He's right on the edge of the zone. He's got to move on in. There you go. Still doing it.
It's all materials. Aydan needs material backup from Nick. Nick's sitting on quite a bit here, so material share is going to be.
He's also got shields for him, but this is the downside of them being so split, you know? Aydan's just got to get. Aydan needs to get lost for a second here in all these builds, and he couldn't be further from the next zone. That's another big worry now, too.
These hand grenades might come in key. He's just going to huck some grenades as high as he can. I think he's trying to drop them in on a structure from above, and he's doing so actually really well against the knock on Ghoul. The heavy snipe swaps. Here it comes. He's going for another pair as he pushes in. Gets the Elim on Ghoul. There's one left from that duo. Still alive. 65, and there was a rift just in front of him. He's going to go in for it.
No way.
Can he make it in time?
No.
He can't. He's got to rotate with the Storm Jack, and he's got to stay ahead of it. He's got tons of players in front of him. He might actually get this one as well.
No! He gets shot in the back. Nick is still in this, though. Nick can fire from above. He's got tags on one. He's got eyes on another, but Nick's got to move. He still has a ton of materials and shield. Nick now, though, he's in the fray with everybody else and no longer can just aim down on others. He's getting tagged by this zone down to 33 HP, down to 25 HP, down to 17 HP, down to 9 HP.
And that's 9
Oh, my bad. I've been a bad skin buyer in the shop.
You'll make up for it, I promise. Don't worry. Aydan and Nick rotating across that north side there. Super Evan trying to get a top-down view, probably calling out to Godnick right now that they're in the open exposed, but Nick's got that grappler, so elevation.
He's just chilling right now. For the moment, doesn't have a lot of materials, but they're all in the same building, Godnick and Super Evan. I'll give them props, man. They have not backed out from any of these fights. Can NICKMERCS and Aydan continue this momentum they earned from last game with the 5 elim they put, with the 9 elims they put up, sorry, the 5-point game they had.
So just dropped down. You saw Super Evan and Godnick falling down the middle of that stairwell is how they got to the bottom so quickly. It wouldn't surprise me if Aydan maybe potentially looking for a peek and angle from up top.
With them running away and trying to like just get back from these fights, I think Aydan and Nick are thinking maybe these guys don't have as much shields as you know they'd like to have. Maybe they're not as confident in their ability to fight right now, and I think that's why they're trailing this so hard. NICKMERCS and Aydan. Now Godnick has made his way to the top of Big Red. I think Aydan right now might be falling back to try to give Nick the big shield, and well, as I say that, he gets ripped on up too.
Now to assist his teammate. Aydan very low on HP.
Look at Nick's materials, legitimately 0.
Full zeros. Half mats.
Half mats. Needed now more than ever. Both teams traded damage, and there's that third party we talk about. NICKMERCS gets tagged.
It's got to be Zexro and Vinny coming in from that side.
And Nick's now knocked.
There it is.
They do the same thing every time. Nick's fall skirmish run is over with that elimination. It's going to be up to Aydan to try to make some magic happen.
We saw him actually, if you recall, I think during the fall skirmish in a solo week, maybe it was summer skirmish. Aydan literally jumped and started rebuilding those walls. Aydan on the outside here gets caught off guard by Vinny, that team that loves to third party at Tilted.
That's all they do, and it's smart.
We got a round of applause here, though, for NICKMERCS and Aydan. An excellent show from these